All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All those Pella Christian Eagles fans, Mustang fans, welcome to the stable here at Dallas Center Grimes High School as the DCG Mustangs host the Pella Christian Eagles. This is going to be an awesome game. I'm Brad Bailiff here with my man Pat O'Brien. Pat, how's it going tonight?
It's going fantastic. This right here could be the game of the week for the Mustangs on this floor right here.
I'll tell you what, it's a big one. Mustangs coming in tonight on back-to-back losses for the first time this season. You know they're going to be fired up. They're going to be ready to play tonight. I cannot wait to watch this boys team tonight get after it against a very tough Pella Christian team. You know, Eric Mulder, the senior down there, he's a beast. We did go into Pella Christian and get a big win, but you can never count this team out. They're going to come and they're going to bring it to the Mustangs tonight. Pat, this is going to be an awesome game. I can't wait.
Well, you look at the little Hawkeye Conference and everything that's around with these teams. The top team right now, the Mustangs. And then you have three teams right there, all within one game. Pella Christian goes to Indianola and boat races Indianola. Indianola takes care of DCG by 30. You know, it's a slugfest in the boys' programs right now. So what are some of the things that's going to happen here? It's going to be the speed of DCG versus the size of Pella Christian.
Could have said that any better, and you're absolutely right. The boys, like the girls, right now it's in their hands on a conference title. They win these next 4 conference games. If they can win out, that conference title is theirs. So really, it's pressure, but it's not. They just got to get back to what they do, and that's play great team basketball. They got to get back to playing defense, and they got to get back to knowing, yes, they're good and they're talented, but they can't just rely on that. They got to be out there. They got to want it more, and they got to get out there and they got to dominate that side. So I'm excited to see what Mustang team comes out tonight to play, because at the end of the day, that's what it's going to come down to.
Well, there were plenty of coaching opportunities that came through the last game, specifically against Boone. Down 1 point guard. He's back. Jacob Runyon plays today.
Runyon is back.
That's going to be a key factor in this game right here, because they're going to need somebody to dribble penetrate and somebody that can get to the hoop other than Cole Glasgow.
No doubt about it. I think Jacob coming back will be a big deal. You know, I know his lower back was really bothering him. They gave him the game off against Boone, and having him back tonight is going to be a big deal. So, all right, guys, we got a little over 2 minutes. Got a couple quick announcements. First, I want to thank Schaefer's Auto Body for being our 3-point sponsor tonight. Schaefer's Auto Body is a proud supporter of the Mustangs. Locally owned, Schaefer has provided quality collision repairs and professional customer service to Central Iowa for over 40 years. Don't forget as well, our annual cake auction is coming up. We haven't had it for 2 years, but it's back this year. This year's theme is DCG Bakes the World a Better Place. I'm going to talk more about this, but our cake auction will be held on Friday, February 11th, as we host the Newton Cardinals here in town. I'll talk more about that, especially during halftime. And then also, please go to the DCG After Prom homepage on Facebook. They got a link there for their After Prom auction that they've got going on right now through February 12th. Man, they got some phenomenal items out there. All the proceeds go to the DCG After Prom committee. You got to check it out. They've got some awesome stuff, so please go take a peek at that as well. 1:25 left here, but in halftime, you know, we got a big game coming up here. I can't say it enough for both of these programs. The Little Hawkeye Conference, you said it, Pat, it's a slugfest. Pella, Indianola, Pella Christian, DCG, any one of these teams. I mean, Norwalk's been giving teams runs and problems all year long, and we still get to see them next week with Newton, and we're at Pella on Friday.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any easier for the Mustangs.
Nope, there's no easy games. You cannot take any games off in this conference the way it is right now, and that's good, because these are the games that prepare you for Season 2, which is the regional tournament.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you know, it's one of those deals. It's good to have games like this, because not only after the 4 conference games, we still have 2 away games after that against the very tough North Polk team and Ballard, who is in our bracket for sub-state. So it's one of those deals, man. It doesn't get easier, but you want to start playing these tough teams down the stretch. It's only going to help you toughen up as you get ready to make that run to get to Wells Fargo, Pat.
The important thing right now for the Mustangs, be sharp. Everything you do with a purpose. Get where you need to go. everything, attitude, effort, efficiency.
Protect the ball and rebound is going to be a big key for the Mustangs tonight. We turned the ball over way too much against Boone. We got to protect the ball. We got to rebound. All right, we're going to turn this down to Matt Priest down floor courtside here as we announce tonight's starting lineups for this boys game. Pat and I will be back here shortly for tip-off.
The three people on the gym floor are in black and white. They do their best work. Not one of them arrives here to make a call you disagree with so you can yell at them. Please let them do their job. The only people who should say a word to them are the head coaches. Speaking of coaches, please let them do the coaching with the players. Speaking of players, the only thing they should hear from the parent or guardian is, I love watching you play. And speaking of playing, each player is a human being deserving of kindness and respect. None of them should be heckled. Student sections are at their best when they are cheering positively for their team. Please do that. Our next tonight's contest for the Eagles from Pella Christian High School. Assistant coaches for the Eagles are Dan Ramos, Marvin Wright, and Zachary Gamerman. Head coach is J.D. Moore. Let's give it up for the Eagles coaching staff. The Mustangs are Eric Bush, Adam Jewell, Patrick O'Connell, and Brandon Jensen. Head coach for the Mustangs is Joel Raymond. Please give it up for the Mustangs coaching staff. Tonight's officials is assigned by the Iowa Basketball Officials Association. Those guys I mentioned earlier, their names are Tyler Brady, Adam Westfall, and Tyler McCullough. They're people, they're brothers, they're sons, they're fathers, they're husbands. They're people. Please treat them with kindness and respect. Tonight's athletic trainer from Athletic Coach territory. Now let's meet the stars for the Pella Christian Eagles. Pella Christian sits at 12-4 and 7-3 in the Hawkeye Conference. Starting at 1 guard, senior number 3, 5 Shells. At guard, senior number 5, Jacob Tyson.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Starting lineups have been announced. Hopefully everybody got their snacks, their drinks. They're ready to rock and roll because this is going to be an awesome game. Again, welcome all the Eagles fans, Mustangs fans, to an absolutely amazing home game here at the stable. We got a packed house. It's going to be a lot of fun, Pat.
Yeah, you look at these two, there's almost mirror images of each other until you get into the rebounds. Huge, huge advantage from a rebound standpoint. Advantage Pella Christian.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mustangs win the tip. Well, Mulder won the tip, but Cole got the ball and put it in for a quick 2 points. Nice job for the Mustangs.
And that was set up in the huddle right at the beginning of the game. You put somebody over there to steal that, please. That is not.
All right, looks like a quick foul is going to be called on number 4, Jacob Runyon, the senior. He's going to be our senior spotlight at the end of the game. We don't need him in foul trouble, that's for sure. All right, Pella Christian to inbound. Stoltz gets it into Mulder. Swings it over to Andringa, who gets it over to Stoltz again. Swings it over to Shellhaas. Shellhaas going baseline. He's going to turn, fire away, and that'll be turnover Pella Christian.
Now we start looking at one of the advantages for DCG. One of the advantages there, turnovers. 194 turnovers on the year for Pella Christian. Big advantage, Mustangs.
All right, Runyon bringing the ball up for the Mustangs. I love the bench energy I just saw over there from the Mustangs. They're going to need a lot of that tonight. Runyon swings it out. Cole for 3 at the top of the key. Off. Nice rebound right there by Jones. Gets it out to Bo Houston. Swings it over to Runyon. Nice offensive rebound there. Jones for 3 at the top. Boom! Shakalaka! Shaver auto body three-pointer. Jackson Jones. 5-0 lead for the Mustangs. Way to come out on fire for the Mustangs. Shellhaas guarded by Runyon. Comes around side, stops. Not finding anything. Swings the ball over to Heisman. Heisman back over to Stoltz. Over to Shellhaas.
Gotta get in front of
Over to Heisman for 3 at the top. Deep. Oh, man, knocked over to Shellhaas. Oh, knocked away by Jones. Rebound right there by Cahill. Really nice hands there by Jones. Pushes the ball up to Cole. Oh, couldn't quite hold on to it. Turnover Mustangs. Man, Cole, if he would have got that, that might have been a dunk right there.
I think he was actually thinking, I'm going to dunk this one right here. Go up there and grab that thing secure with 2 hands. He's got himself a layup. Stoltz
guarded by Houston at the top. He's going to go left side, turns around, gets the ball over to Andringa. Andringa over to Heisman. Over to Shellhaas. Little jump shot there, misses. Rebound, Cahill again. Cahill with a couple of big rebounds to start. We were just talking about, oh no. That was an unfortunate turnover. The Mustangs need to protect the ball. Foul going to be called on Cahill. We talked about protecting the ball pad, and that was just a lazy pass. Only defender back there for Pella able to get his hands on it and pull the turnover away. Not what we wanted to see there.
Yeah, those are the unfortunate plays right there, that when you got 2 players in the same spot, both of our players thought the other was going to actually grab that ball.
Andringa, great job by the Eagles there. Being in the right place, staying with it, going up, drawing the foul. Makes the first, misses the second. Rebound Mulder. Gets the ball out to Heisman, shoots the 3, buries the 3 for the Eagles, and it's a 5-4 game that quick, Pat.
And just like that, the inability to be able to rebound the basketball leads to 3 points, Pella Christian.
All right, Runyon at the top, Jones for 3. Buries another 3-pointer! That's a Schaefer auto body 3. Jackson 2 for 2 from behind the arc, 8-4 Mustangs, 5:44 left.
And that's big time right there. When you can get that, you got a chance in every single game.
All right, right here, Heisman gets it out to Shellhaas. Shellhaas is going to try to go around. Stops, gets the ball into Stoltz, into Mulder. Mulder cross course to Shellhaas. Nice ball movement here by the Eagles. Stoltz going to go baseline left side, tipped by Glasgow. Heisman with the ball gets it to Shellhaas.
Defensive intensity right now for the Mustangs off the charts.
Much better than we've seen the last couple of games. Mulder at the top of the key. Misses, rebound Houston. To Runyon. Runyon's going to back out. Going to go to Cole's going to go baseline. Back out to Runyon. He's going to shoot the 3-pointer. That's in as well. Boom! Shakalaka! Big 3 by Runyon. Look at the bench coming out on the court. I love the energy I'm seeing right now, Pat.
You come through, you know this is a big game. From that right there, that court, that's the first time I've seen all year where those guys have come out and met those players at midcourt like that. Those 2 3-pointers, one by Jackson Jones and
the
that
other
last
by
one
Runyon.
right there by Runyon. right in my line right there. I knew they were good right when they were shot.
So Schaefer auto body 3 for Runyon right there. Mustangs with an 11-4 lead with 4:53 left. There's still a lot of game left, but that's what we wanted to see, Pat, from the Mustangs coming out. The energy level, the confidence. We've seen both right here. I love the start from these boys right now.
Absolutely, and what's the difference between the game? Number one, it's a conference game. Number two, Jacob Runyon is back. That just brings a lot of energy back into the Mustangs.
All right, Stoltz going right side here. He's going to hand off to Shellhaus. Going to go around the Mulder screen. Nothing there for Shellhaus. Gets it back over to Stoltz. Stoltz over to Shellhaus. Gets it over to Heisman for 3. He buries another three-pointer. Going to have to get those hands up on those shooters because Pella Christian, they can shoot the 3 too.
Yeah, they don't, it's not just the big game. They got everything.
All right, Runyon working his way around to Glasgow. Cole gets it over to Cahill. Cahill's going to work himself through Mulder right there. Oh, not able to finish.
It's a nice take right there by the sophomore.
I'd give you a score, but it's not right. It is not 14-4. Nice job defensively right there on Stoltz. Nice defense right there on Heisman. They cannot let him continue to shoot the ball. There it is, 11-7 Mustangs lead. They got that fixed. Shellhaus going to go left. Nice help right there. Much better job by the Mustangs. Not over-helping, closing defensively, but a nice job by the Eagles as well. Good ball movement right here by Pella Christian. Mulder getting in, hands it off to Andringa.
That's 2 on Cahill right there. Cheap little body shots like that in a big game like this, really, really tough.
Pella Christian, Bennett Spronk checking in. Number 20, Tyson DeVries checking in, and then Trevor Hamill checking in for Cahill, who had a second foul, just like you said, Pat. Into Mulder. Now this is where the size advantage is going to come in right here.
But the speed for the Mustangs just got better.
Really, that's a travel right there on number 20, Tyson DeVries. Turnover for the Eagles. This is where the Mustangs need to be able to convert. Go ahead.
Yes, offensive efficiency right now, big time. You got to extend that lead right now, every single time. Good shot, doesn't have to be, a three-pointer. See if you can't get something going in. But 2-3 zone played by Pella Christian.
All right, here we go. The zone gave the Mustangs a little trouble against Boone on Saturday. Let's see if they come out and do a little bit better here. The general checked in for Jacob Runyon. Bo Houston at the top, hands off to Perrin. Jones coming up to the free throw line, gets it back to Perrin, gets it to Jones, gets it into Hamill. Hamill back out to Jones. Nice job by Pella Christian, just really good hustle. Bo Houston's gonna come in, almost taken away, back out to Perrin, to Jones for 3. Buries another three-pointer! Jackson Jones is on fire right now.
When you have that, that's going to start opening everything back up on the inside. We haven't been able to get dribble penetration or anything on the inside. Those outside shots are going to open up the inside game.
14-7, that's a Schaefer auto body 3 by Jackson Jones. 2:32 left. Going with the trap at the top right here. Shellhaus got the ball right here, gets it over to Heisman. Kick ball on Blake Perrin, so that means that Pella Christian will retain possession.
So as we continue on the other side of the court here, offensively for the Mustangs, I think the next time the Bo Houston comes in, hopefully they can get him a shot here soon, a good shot somewhere out there to get him fired up and get him in the offensive side of the ledger.
All right, Runyon checking back in. Tyler Bailiff checking in for the Mustangs, giving Cole Glasgow and Jacob Runyon, Bo Houston a break. Looked like they tried to do an alley-oop, goes off Mulder. Did not work that time, but I would say that's not going to be the last time you're going to see it trying to get. We saw a nice one at Pella Christian earlier this year.
Well, Bailiff and another defender squeezing him too far back. He pushed the offensive player back, and Mulder, he wasn't able to get the pass.
All right, again, Pella Christian staying in the zone. I don't blame them because, like I said, Boone zone gave the Mustangs some trouble on Saturday. Mustangs going to have to prove they can work around this, and so far they've done a really good job. Jones back out to the general. Hands off to Runyon at the top. 1:48 left in the first period. Mustangs out 14-7.
So when you run against these zones, you want to try and get that ball right there in the DCG area in that free throw line. Turn around, and it should open something up on the baseline.
Bailiff out to Jones, out to Runyon. Over to Jones, over to Bailiff. Bailiff going to go baseline. Out to the general, Blake Perrin for three. It's going to be short. Rebound Mulder. Hey, good offensive possession. The shot did not go through. Wow, look at the speed there, Pat. And the charge going to be called. Jackson Jones taking a charge, and that's one thing the Mustangs do really well. You come in going crazy with the dribble, going high speed, they will take a charge. They are not afraid.
And Jones, as soon as he dribble penetrate through those two defenders on the front side, Jones knew he was going all the way in. And when you got that kind of momentum going, it's really tough to control your body.
So the foul will be on DeVries. Jackson Jones taking the charge for the Mustang, comes out as Cole Glasgow checks back in. Runyon over to the general. Over to Runyon. Tyler sets a screen at the top. Over to Bo Houston. Comes out to Tyler Bailiff. Almost loses control. Really nice job not. Glasgow back out to the general. Cross court to Bo Houston. Oh, should have fed that over quickly. Nice job by the Mustangs, just letting the zone come to them, letting the passes come to them. They're not forcing. They created a lot of turnovers by forcing passes on Saturday. We're not seeing that tonight.
Yeah, you set out there now. Now you're looking at one shot. If they're going to be sitting right there, we'll go ahead and take that one shot. But as these offensive players are starting to receive passes, watch them slide back and forth so that they have a lane for that pass. Very well executed on this zone. 25
seconds coming up. Mustangs are holding for the last shot. This is something that they do quite often, and if we can get the last shot and get this bucket, that would be huge for the Mustangs ending the first period.
This is the last year that this will take place, because next year there will be a shot clock.
Yep. Over to Runyon, 8 seconds. They've got to do something here. They get it into Cole. Jump shot at the top of the key. Buries the jump shot. Cole Glasgow. 1 second left. Buzzer goes down. Shot does not count if it goes in. Mustangs 16-7 lead. 9-point lead at the end of the first period, Pat. Man, I am impressed with how these boys came out. I was a little worried, but man, they pushed all that aside and said, hey, we're back to play today.
I'll tell you, there's all the nerves that's with the parents and the people that are in the stands, and maybe the coaches have a few little butterflies in there too. But the kids, they're on fire. They're out there playing, and they're doing everything they need to do to extend their lead in the conference from that standpoint. Great job by everybody out there. Our speed and our quickness has been the difference in this game.
No doubt. The defensive intensity, we're doing a better job defensively tonight. Just those little things. I mean, when this team is out there and they're just playing to play, and they do what they do, playing well as a team, working off each other, hungry, when the bench has that much energy, Pat, coming off, those are the things that help drive this team, and that first period was a great example. 3 periods left, though, Pat. This game's far from over.
All right. Now you got a 9-point lead. It needs to be double digits at the end of this half right here. Double-digit lead, DCG. You need to get it there. Good thing is they only gave up 7 points.
Yeah, that's
big-time defense.
Big-time D right there. Both these teams averaging over 60 points a game. So anytime you can do that, that's big. Another kickball on Blake Perrin. We'll take that, though. Good defense, getting into the way of the pass right there. All right, Pella Christian to inbound again. Stoltz gets it into Shellhaus. Shellhaus coming up. Going to come up with that trap. Over to Stoltz. Shellhaus at the top. Mulder's out, taking a break here. So that size, I mean, not that Pella Christian's not big, but when you lose a little bit of that, oh, nice job right there. Tyler Bailiff knocking the ball away, getting it up to Cole Glasgow. He's going to go easy 2 points right there. Steal and pass forward by Bailiff. 2 points, Mustangs, 18-7.
Big play right there. As you get in front of the big guy, they'll steal those balls all day long. Got to stay in front.
Tyler Bailiff with another steal. Feeds Glasgow again. And he does it again, another 2 points. That's just a boom shakalaka defense for days. 27 Mustangs lead. I'll tell you what, that's one thing Tyler Bailiff has done great all year, is coming off the bench, playing really good defense, getting steals. You got to love the energy that he's bringing right now.
Well, that's the role. You talk about the role that kids have. Some of them scoring, some of them defense. For him, he's got the defense, the steals, and the anticipation, the intelligence to play that against somebody a foot taller than him right now.
All right, Pella Christian inbound. Stoltz gets it all the way up to Mulder at the top, guarded by Bailiff. He's going to try to go in right there. Nice help defense right there by Glasgow, but Mulder able to finish. Wow. Man, that was just a phenomenal effort by the senior right there. You can't defend that any better.
No, that's over the double team.
So great defense there by the Mustangs. Mulder just better right there. I mean, you can't argue anything with that. The senior did a great job.
Well, he's been better many, many times.
Yes. Oh, now out to Runyon. Great pass right there over to Bailiff.
And some kids just really want to.
Oh, hey, get on the court.
Hey,
the kid just wanted to pass. Pass me the ball. Come on, man.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go.
No doubt. Jackson Jones coming in for Blake Perrin. Mustangs to inbound, gets it into Runyon. 6.5 minutes left. Mustangs up 20-9.
Man, I've seen a lot of games here. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen that either, but hey, it is what it is on that point.
The only thing that would have been better.
Jones for three again. No, he's deep on that one. Oh, Bailiff came across, looking to try to get it, not able to. Great rebound by Heisman. Stoltz to Heisman. Gets it over to Shellhaas. Gets that over to Andringa. To Stoltz, to Heisman. Stelhaas.
The fight down low. Watch the
for three.
Battle down low.
Rebound Glasgow. Foul good. Oh, man. I wish that foul wasn't called because that was an easy layup for Bo Houston, but foul's going to be called. It'll be called on number. Eric Mulder will get his first. Mustangs to inbound. Man, that was going to be an easy layup.
You want to talk about toughness. You go in at the 6:30 mark and watch the battle between Bailiff and number 32 down low. You will not find a tougher battle for the boards right there.
All right, Bo Houston gets it down to Bailiff in the corner. Back over to Runyon. Runyon looking. He's going to get it back out to Glasgow. Again, they've just done a much better job than I've had of being patient, let the zone come to them. They're not forcing anything. They did a lot of that against Boone. Tonight, just much better. You could tell they're more comfortable. They're playing better as a team. That's what you want to see.
Well, yeah, also everything is in sync now. We had too many games last week. Everybody's got the tired legs. You miss your quarterback. A lot of things going on that led to last week's issues.
Yeah, that day off of rest, I think, was definitely helpful for sure. Runyon going around, going to get it out to Glasgow. Cole looking for something. He's going to go around the screen. Not seeing anything. Gets it to Runyon in the corner. Nothing there.
See, they're not forcing anything.
Nothing.
They can get the three-pointers anytime they want. See if you can get the ball in the middle right there, collapse everything, then throw it out, and see if we can't get that three-point shot in motion.
I'll tell you, one thing I've liked about Pella Christian, though, is they're staying in that zone, but they're playing it very well. They're getting back to spots. It's really tough, especially an extended period like this, to continue to play at that level. They've done a good job on this possession.
And at some point, Pella Christian's going to have to do something different.
Bo Houston for three. Oh, in and out. Rebound, Tyler Bailiff. And he's going to draw the foul right there. It'll be on number 5, Heisman, who went up for the block, but just got a little too much, I think, on the body there.
He got down low on the shooter right there, and it actually ended up pushing him underneath the basket.
All right, Bailiff, I'm going to say this right now. Free throws, bud. Oh, in and out on the first. Something he said he's been wanting to work on is his free throws. Second. Another one in and out. I mean, wow.
You're not going to get any closer than that.
Jiminy criminy. Shellhaas working his way around the top. I mean, both of those were just in and out. Really good shot attempts, but out. He won't be happy with himself when he comes home tonight, I can tell you that right now.
Yes, he will, because all you got to do goes back to that 6:30, and that's where it's going to be right there.
That is true. He won't be happy with the free throws, but everything else he's throwing down right now is money.
There's
Bailiff coming around again. I'll tell you what, he is seeking that ball tonight.
Well, the only reason they don't have is he went in there with the monster chop right there, and he just needed a little tappy-tappy. That's all he needed.
Well, I think what you're seeing here, too, is Bailiff's getting some extra time over some of the, just because of what he's bringing right now. Rebound. The rebounds, the defensive intensity. He's doing everything he needs to right now that's helping this team. Jones, cross-court to Glasgow.
Oh, what?
And Bailiff is going to be called with his first foul. Not quite sure.
We call those accumulation fouls. Bang, bang, bang. Sooner or later, it catches up to you. That's probably, I didn't see exactly what happened.
I didn't see it. I want to go back and watch that, but I'll tell you what, that's tough. Braden Fuller checking in for Tyler Bailiff, who had some great minutes out there for the Mustangs.
I don't know how many minutes he just put out there, but those are the best minutes he's had out there all year long.
Man, that was just absolutely dynamite, big time.
Hey, you can't
can't do that right there. Stoltz with the little push off. Andringa gets it into Mulder. And Mulder's going to finish. He gets it down that low. It's going to be tough to stop him. It's just that simple. 20-11 Mustangs. They're going to need a bucket here. They got to continue to answer bucket for bucket. They can't let Pella Christian work their way back into the game.
Because it's a lot easier when you're playing the 2-point game right there. You get back, you're shooting 2 and 3 footers for Mulder than it is 3-pointers for the Mustangs.
And that's a turnover. So what we don't want to see from a Mustang standpoint, if you're an Eagles fan, it's exactly what you want to see. Give your offense another chance.
Right, now let your defense get in there and dictate and see if you can't get some transition baskets.
All right, Shellhaus coming around the top here. Look to try to get the Mulder, does it. Knocked away by Bo Houston. Gets the steal. Gets it up to Cole Glasgow. Can't finish. How was there no foul called there? But there was not. A lot of contact there, no foul. Heisman for 3, misses.
That's going to be over the back right there.
And it is. Mulder called for his second foul. That's a big foul. Braden Fuller, nice job boxing out underneath for the Mustangs. Still trying to figure out how there's no foul called on Glasgow down in the basket, man. But
kind of brought that ball down a little bit, maybe thinking that they're going to call the foul. It's
it's tough when you get down there.
How they do the whole thing and what they see. But we do know in that first game there were no fouls called. Calix Cahill comes in and gets 2 cheap ones right out of the gate like that. Has to sit for the rest of the half.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so Coach Rankin calls a timeout. Good timeout. Mustangs up 20-11. They're going to have possession. This is one of those deals where he knows it's important. We're at a 9-point game, so we were at 9 at the end of the first period, Pat. We talked about getting to double digits. We were there. We just gave it back a little bit. So getting that bucket, getting back to double digits will be really important right here.
Well, offensively, the last couple 3 possessions haven't been that good. We had a couple turnovers go. We had an offensive foul. So there's some things there that we got to crisp up. That's what the timeout is all about right there, is get back on track offensively. And remind the kids again, look, if they got 3 people down there, we can go 4. So, or if they got 2 up front, we want to have 3 so we have them outnumbered at one of those 2 spots. If they have 2 right here, 2-3, we put 3 people up there, 1 in the middle. Somehow we got to get that ball in the middle, collapse the zone, then dish that thing out.
All right, 2:57 left in the second period. Mustangs 20, Eagles 11. So Mustangs with a 9-point lead and possession. Runyon's going to take the ball and push it up. Hey, hold tight at halftime, everybody. We're going to have some good announcements with the cake auction. Sorry, the bake auction, cake auction. Talk a little bit about the after prom auction that they've got going on right now. So hold tight at halftime for that. We're going to enjoy the last 2:40 here, the second period. Pat Runyon at the top of the key.
It's just like we said, they got 4 deep against the 3, so that's where they're at. So they're going to sit out here. I don't know if they're going to sit out here all day or what they're going to do. All right, now we're going to start moving.
Pella Christian's coach isn't happy with something. I'm not sure what. Cole gets it up to Runyon. Runyon up to Cole. Pella Christian staying in the zone. Jones comes over, sets a screen. All right, foul, or looks like it.
Mental mistake really is what we had right there. If you're going to go in there, you got to get out. And that's probably what the Pella coach was talking about. Finally got the ear of the referee, ended up calling that 3-second.
Yep, Stoltz coming up. Gets over to Heisman, back up to Stoltz. Almost loses it there. Cole almost hits away. Still has to Stoltz for 3 at the top. He's going to be off. Rebound Mulder. He's going to finish and grab the and one. That's a big bucket for Pella Christian right there. Now it's 20-13, and the and one shot to come.
And the energy right now doesn't seem to be what it was when Tyler was in there. I think we got to look if he's got any legs left. It's about time for him to come back in.
All right, 20-14. Now we're at a 6-point lead. Big possession for the Mustangs right here. This is one where they've got to score. Doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3. Coming up under 2 minutes left in the second period. Gets it into Cole in the middle. Fuller out to Houston. Travel going to be called, turnover. So everything that was going right is not going right now for the Mustangs.
So now you wonder if you're starting to overthink everything. The zone is causing the Mustangs to overthink everything they're doing, slowing down, stopping. Just play your game.
All right, Mulder for 3 at the top.
That's short.
He's air ball. That's big for the Mustangs. If I'm Pella Christian right there, I'm not happy with that at all, for the simple fact that you didn't need that shot right there.
You
needed points. Yeah, you needed to get another bucket to close this gap. So that's benefit Mustangs on a bad shot selection. Look who just entered the game. Tyler Bailiff back in for the Mustangs.
I should be coach.
You should be coach.
They're way smarter than we are.
All right, Runyon gets it over to Glasgow.
And
gets it over to Runyon.
Comes in too.
General in as well. Over to Bailiff, out to the General, over to Glasgow, over to the General, over to Glasgow. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, Runyon over to the General, back up to Runyon. Over to Jones, back up to Runyon.
So now you got this.
Ooh.
They got plenty of fouls to give if they want to give them too. We don't need
Blake Perrin
bad
at the Tyler.
shots.
Cole for 3 at the top, in and out. Oh, man, Pella Christian rebound. Good shot, just didn't go in. Stoltz bringing it up for the Eagles.
35 seconds.
35 seconds. Gets it over to Andringa, back up to Stoltz. Over to Shellhaus, gets it into Mulder. Mulder misses, rebound Jones, big rebound right there, 22 seconds.
Sure. You'll hold up, you'll take your 6. Maybe we can get somebody out there for the 3, take that 9-point lead back.
Yeah, because right now, if it ends as is, Pella Christian wins the second period. So it'd be nice to get a bucket back here. Nice pass right there. And he doesn't finish.
3 fouls on 32.
Mulder. Tyler again wishes he had that go in. He just missed that one. That's not one he misses very often. All right, Tyler, let's see if we can bury these free throws, kid. First one makes it. Nice shot, Mr. Bailiff. 21-14, 2.3 seconds left. Big free throw here by number 20. Oh, and he misses. And doesn't get the shot off. So 21-14, 7-point lead for the Mustangs. So Pella Christian wins that period by 2 points. Again, the Mustangs able to hold off because it got ugly towards the stretch, and Pella Christian was able to start to close that gap. But Mustangs able to get some big rebounds there towards the end, Pat, able to hold that lead.
Defensive discipline by Pella Christian really took over the latter part of that second quarter right there. Unbelievable job on their part. So as they continue on, I think if you're Pella Christian, you continue to do. That's how you got where you're at. Not only in this game, but in this season.
No doubt.
That's the size, the strength, and everything it is. DCG, somehow we got to find transition because our half-court offense is non-existent.
Yep. All right, everybody, go restock your chips, your snacks, your drink, go to the restroom, whatever you do, keep the stream on. We're going to turn it down to the floor as the girls' dance team's getting ready to go live, and we'll be back right after the dance team.
gentlemen, please welcome to the floor the inaugural Marching Mustangs Winter Guard. Tonight they will be presenting their show, Sky Full of Stars. This crew did just drop on the January to prepare for tonight's performance. While many are members of the Marching Mustangs Color Guard, the audition process was open to all high school students. Tonight's performance includes performers who did not perform with the marching band. The group is under the direction of Miss Amy Ellis. Auditions for Fall 2022 Marching Mustangs Color Guard will be held in April, so keep an eye out for that. The Marching Mustang winner, Mr. Craig Curley for his continued support of Color Guard, Mrs. Melcher for his commitment, and Mr. Butcher for his excitement and support of Winter Guard activity. Lieutenant Townsend Brown, and sincerely appreciate.
All right, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Great job by the dance team, the Winter Guard. Really beautiful performance down there. So, again, hopefully everybody's stocking up, getting their snacks, getting their refills, got their potty break in. Everybody come back. Got a couple of quick announcements, and then Pat and I are going to talk about some keys for this second half for both. It's cake auction time, ladies and gentlemen. The DCG Booster Club cake auction's right around the corner. This year's theme is DCG Bakes the World a Better Place. This will take place on Friday, February 11th during the girls and boys doubleheader basketball game as we host the Newton Cardinals. All proceeds from this fundraising event go to support DCG Athletics and the purchasing of uniforms and other equipment. This is an activity for everyone to participate in, as we will have 3 divisions: a professional, amateur, and teacher, staff, student, and sports teams division. Winning cakes will be auctioned off at halftime of both games, and we'll have a silent auction in the commons for all remaining cakes. Bidders and bakers drive the success of this event. That's right, man. If you love to bake, we want to see your cake. Also, if you'd like to prepare or donate a cake, make sure it's in the Meadows Commons no later than 4 p.m. on Friday, February 11th. And again, all cakes entered will be judged on this year's theme, DCG Bakes the World a Better Place. Looking forward to those cakes. I know Pat and I have been talking about it a lot. Gotta love that. Super excited. Next and last thing I want to talk about, just want to make sure I get this in and have time. The DCG After Prom Committee is holding their annual auction. It is going on live right now through Saturday, February 12th at noon. You can go to the DCG After Prom Facebook page. There's a link. Or you can go to www.32auctions.com/DCG After Prom 2022. This is to support all the effort to raise funds for the DCG After Prom. Man, I tell you what, I've got a chance to go on there and look at some of this stuff already. It's absolutely outstanding. They've got large discounts on a dress or a tuxedo at Stacy's. A Florida vacation, yes. A Florida vacation, Pat, we could use that, you know what I'm saying? DCG bag sets and a scoreboard, gift certificates, DCG gear, jewelry. There's a lot of amazing stuff. Please go and check out the After Prom auction. It's going to be awesome. And then thanks again to Schaefer Auto Body for being our 3-point sponsor. All right, Pat. What a great first half for the Mustangs. After having 2 straight losses coming into a big game at home against Pella Christian, they came out on fire. They lead by 7, 21-14 here at halftime. What do you think some keys to success are going to be for these boys as we enter the second half?
Well, it's going to be defensive pressure again, quickness and speed to the ball, anticipation, but also one key, once things do break down and you got to run your offense, somehow we got to find some offensive flow because we really haven't had good offensive flow. It's been annihilated by turnovers, offensive fouls, and just mental mistakes of 3 seconds in the lane, that type of thing, which as we start to move forward, we want to move on from this game right here. Those are things they got to clean up.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big second half. We are up 7, but this is a very good Pella Christian team. No score is safe right now. So obviously they're both got to be coming out knowing it's 0-0. They got to play the best ball. Each team's got to focus on winning the period. DCG won the first, Pella Christian won the second. We talk about all the time, Pat, the team that scores the first bucket coming out of the half, that's a big point, whether it's 2 points, whether it's 3 points. It's going to be really interesting to see how both of these come around. I would assume we'll continue to see that zone defense the Pella Christian's been playing. The Mustangs have been playing very good on the man-to-man defensive front right here. So, for Pella Christian, I think some keys, Pat, for me is to continue to do what they're doing. They're playing good zone defense. They're rotating through. They got to hit some shots. That's something real big right there, and they got to eliminate turnovers. They got to protect the ball. Mustangs also have to do that. The team that can eliminate the turnovers or have the fewer turnovers, I think, will have an edge the second half.
Absolutely, no question about that. And you start looking at we only gave up 14 points. Pella Christian only scored 14 points. However you want to look at it, typically that's not going to get it done in the high school basketball game. So they got to start getting some of that going as well. And for the Mustangs, Mulder has 3 fouls. Bailiff picks that one up in the last 2 seconds of the first half. So let's see if we don't do something to try and drive that ball into the big guy and see if we can't pick up that 4th foul. That would be a game changer going forward.
Oh, Trevor Hamill limping back out. Looks like he may have hurt his ankle. That's not a good thing right there. Mustangs start with possession, though. Runyon at the top of the key. I'd love to see them get the first points here the second half, Pat. I know that they would like to get that as well. Cole coming around. Looks like he's going to be guarded seriously right here.
Oh, yeah, they're face guarding him everywhere he's going right now. That's one of the things as an offensive player, invite that, because if they're going to do that, that really gives you an advantage once you get the ball.
Jones for 3. Buries another one. Boom, shakalaka. That is a Schaefer Auto Body 3-pointer. Oh, right here, big 3. Oh, rebound Runyon. So big 3 out of the gate. They stop it, get a rebound off of Pella Christian 3. Oh, what a feed! And Glasgow finishes!
And
boom, shakalaka!
That could have been that 4th foul right there.
Wow, what a start for the Mustangs. 5-0 run coming out of the half. Man, they're playing fast right now, Pat, aren't they?
You got to keep the pressure on. That's how you're going to get by. If you don't want to play offense, don't get into the offensive set.
Oh, what a great job by Heisman right there. They're down 14 after that run. Now it's a 12-point game, and he's at the line after the and one. Foul by Bo Houston, his first.
Yeah, and if you're Pella Christian, that's a wow play right there. Athleticism.
Makes the free throw. That's a big 3 points right there for Pella Christian.
They needed that. That gets them back to square one now. Now they got a chance to get through there. They were just about ready to go down by 20.
That's an 11-point, or I'm sorry, it's a 9-point lead right now. My apologies. It was a 12-point lead down to 9. All right, here we go. Runyon at the top.
Now that you're back into that offensive set, let's see what we worked on in our halftime.
Runyon to Houston. Houston's going to come around. Apparently must have stepped on the line. That's a turnover. That's just those small little things, Pat. Those are turnovers we should not be creating for ourselves down there right now.
Those are the mental mistakes that we had in the first half that we've got to clean that stuff up. And Bo's got to shoot that. He's a shooter. And you're a shooter, you got to take that shot.
Schohaas gets it over to Heisman, over to Schohaas, over to Stoltzman. I'm sorry, Andrea. Schohaas over to Stoltz. Stoltz to Schohaas. Nice ball fake there, gets it into Mulder. Height advantage there, easy 2 points.
Yeah, great feed from the interior right there.
Now we're back to 7 points, so Pella Christian answered the early quick 5 points with 5 of their own, and we're back to 7-point lead, 26-19 with 5:48 left.
Now it's starting to settle back down to right where we were at. You had that flurry right out of the half. Now it's settling back down.
I tell you, though, it's that turnover that goes in, and really nice pass right there. Oh, and Cahill not able to finish right there. Oh, man, Schohaas for 3. Off the back rim, rebound Cahill. Houston pushing the ball for the Mustangs right here. Gets it to Glasgow. Over to Houston, over to Runyon. Over to Jones. Jones looking. Gets it into Glasgow.
Man,
out to Houston. Houston 4-3 at the top. He buries a three-pointer. That's a Schaefer auto body 3. You called it, Pat.
That's the shot right there to get him moving.
And a charge again. Jones draws his second charge of the game on Heisman. Will draw the foul. Man, that is baller right there for Jones. He's feeling it down there. He's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
But that's a big foul to take.
It hurts to win. All right, it hurts to win, and this is a contact sport. People that say basketball is not a contact sport have never played the game.
Bailiff checking in for Cahill, giving Kalix a little break.
And speaking of contact sport, here we go.
29-19, 10-point lead for the Mustangs. Jones coming up, getting it to Glasgow. Out to Houston. Oh, should have just taken it in. Nice pick right there by Stoltz. To Andrea, knocked away. Houston and Glasgow on the fast break. Oh, what a block right there by Heisman. That was all ball, by the way.
All length right there. That's traveling. Jesus.
No, Andringa able to get the shot, draw the foul. Foul's going to be called on number 4, Jacob Runyon. That'll be his second team foul. This is a big. That was big right there by Andringa for Pella Christian. He buries the 3, able to get the and 1 play. We're back to 7 points. The Mustangs were able to extend, but Pella Christian able to reel it back in. That's the difference right here. Houston checks up, back out to Runyon. Over to Glasgow. Out to Runyon. Over to Glasgow. Out to Runyon.
This is the thing with the zone. I mean, they can stay out there and run 3 minutes a clock if they want to, and it really drives the defenders crazy.
Jones for 3. Buries another three-pointer. That is a Schaefer auto body 3, and that's Jones's. What is that, his 5th 3 right there?
Yeah,
unbelievable.
5 3-pointers in the game right there. Schaefer Auto Body going to have to pay double today with what they've got.
I wonder if Jackson Jones has got their logo on his jersey somewhere.
He must.
Holy
He's
cow.
going to after this game.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, man, slips and falls, able to get the pass away into Mulder, guarded by Bailiff. Nice defense by Bailiff. Houston able to cut out the rebound. There's that 4th foul right there. That is big, big time.
That's one of those that as an offensive player, when you miss those little shots like that right there, it's so hard not to do what he just did.
Number 10, Bennett Sprong checking in, and then number 22, E.J. Fransman checking in. Man, that is big time. Mustangs up 10 with possession, 3:11 left in the third period.
Now that your big gunner is out for Pella Christian, you got to extend this to a 15-point lead by the end of the half.
Pella Christian extends the zone. This is advantage for the Mustangs. Jackson Jones for three. Oh! He's another three-pointer! Oh. Boom! Shakalaka!
What did he eat for dinner? Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable. Schaefer's Auto Body, 6 3-pointer for Jackson Jones. When he's hitting, I'll tell you what, it's unbelievable. And he's got such a pretty shot.
Right
and that's a travel turnover, Eagles. If DCG scores here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout, Pella Christian.
At some point, you got to stop the bleeding and say, look, I don't know, this 2-3, they're hitting the shots. We got to get out, down 13 right now, and Jackson Jones is outside of his mind.
Yeah, he's in his zone right now. Nobody talk to him. Let him keep shooting right here.
Never see, give me the ball. You never see that.
You never see it. It's unbelievable right now, what we're seeing.
I don't know what the school record is for three-pointers.
In a game, I don't know. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, thought about it.
They knew.
Much better job closing out for Pella Christian.
Gee whiz.
Wow, Cole Glasgow. What a play, man, right there by Cole.
The athleticism is ridiculous right there.
Unbelievable. The crossover I can't even. You got to go back and rewatch that after the stream. That was unbelievable by Cole Glasgow.
That's at the 220 mark in that game right there.
Short on the. Oh, Tyler Bailiff was there. Gonna call it out of Tyler, but he was right there for that. Nice job by Bailiff. 2:07 left. Mustangs now pressing.
This right here. Get after the defense right now.
And a turnover right there. Wow.
That's a great adjustment right there by the coaching staff and the kids. Do something different out there and get them off of their game.
Timeout, Pella Christian. Holy smokes, Pat. 37-22, 15-point lead, 2:04 left. Mustangs with possession. I'm blown away by how this team has come out and played today, Pat. I just got to say that right now.
You knew what we saw against Boone was not what we see.
No,
typically.
Absolutely not.
So you take that game and you flush it down the toilet and you say, all right, here's what we got to do. Sunday, take a break. Don't be doing basketball. Don't be doing any of this stuff. Get your legs back under you. We'll take a light practice on Monday, and let's get after it on Tuesday night here at the stable.
I'll tell you what, it's been super impressive tonight. The boys just keep on it. It's 2:04. There's still a lot of game left. Can't say enough. Pella Christian definitely has firepower to get back in this game, but with Mulder having 4 fouls, that takes a little bit of that firepower out because that's somebody you can count on for big rebounds and sometimes for a nice, easy 2-point bucket under the basket. So,
well, the majority of your offense for Pella Christian is going to go through your stud. It's just like us. You know, everything we do is it's going to go through Cole. It's going to go through, well, tonight it's going through Jackson Jones.
Yeah, Jackson Jones is shooting out of his mind. 6 3-point buckets tonight. He's got 18 points. I mean, he's definitely got the hot hand. You got to love what he's doing right here. I agree. I can't wait to see if he's close or has set a school record for threes in a game because that's just baller. Cole Glasgow gets the handoff from Runyon. Out to Jones at the top.
So now they've switched man-to-man. So man-to-man, they're getting you got to get out of that 2-3 zone.
Cole had an open 3, decided not to take it, and he's going to take it all the way in for a big 2 points. Glasgow also playing big ball right here with 14 points of his own.
Well, now that they're in man-to-man, now the athleticism of the Mustangs are going to just be that much more accentuated.
DeVries comes all the way around, passes all the way out to Heisman, misses the 3.
That cannot be
come
over
on.
The back and get the possession.
There's no way. But great job by Bailiff just putting his body in position right there because I'll tell you what, you lose a 6'9" guy only to have another 6'8" guy and Franzman check in. So, you know, they still have some good height. Peitzman checking in right here for Jones and Bo Houston checking back in right here for Runyon. Christian able to get the ball in right here. DeVries at the top, trying to go around. Shellhaus right there, looking to get something down and under. The general guarding DeVries. DeVries comes around. Boy, he is quick, isn't he?
There you go.
Knocked away right there. Turnover. Advantage
That's the play
Mustangs.
Earlier that went for 2 points down low.
Nice job right there. Cole drawing the contact right there. The foul will be called on Bennett Sprunk. His first. Should be, is it the 4th or 15th foul? 14th foul for the Eagles. Mustangs to inbound under the basket.
There you go. You're going to hit that right
Bo
there.
Houston for 3 in the corner. Nope, in and out. Rebound. Bailiff to the general. The Peitzman swings it to Cole. Nice rebound offensively
And
right
now,
there.
I don't know if they're back in that zone. It looks like they're back in that zone right here. So now you got time and score. You got to get after it.
48 seconds.
On the ball.
Cole's going to come around, gets it back out to Perrin, gets it back out to Cole. They're going to burn time, maybe set up for the last shot. Why not? Boy, they only stayed in man that one possession, Pat. That was interesting.
Well, again, they did something different to catch us off guard, but our athletes are just too good.
Out to Perrin, 26 seconds and ticking over to Glasgow. Again, stay tuned after the stream. We got Jacob Runyon, the senior, for our senior spotlight, and I cannot tell you how pumped I am to talk with him after this game. 39-22 Mustangs. 10 seconds. Let's see if we can convert points on this last possession. 7. Cole, wow. Peitzman's going to have to do something. Nope, it's going to be blocked right there by Franzman. Not really executed well. I don't think they got what they wanted to there, but nice job by Franzman for the Eagles with the block. Mulder going to be checking back in for the Eagles starting in the 4th period.
Yeah, it's go time now. If you're the Eagles getting in this, you have to be very, very efficient on offense, and there's nobody more efficient on offense than Mulder, as his shooting percentage, effective field goal percentage, is almost 70% at 69.3%. That is unbelievable.
So, in case you're joining us late, we're coming out of halftime. Mustangs have a 7-point lead. In that 3rd quarter, it is now a 17-point lead. The Mustangs win that period by 10 points, Pat. Exactly what we needed. Unbelievable.
Effort, defense, speed, quickness, everything to go to the ball. Sense of urgency. When you play with a sense of urgency, that's what you end up with right there. And they've done it smart. They haven't gone through players fouling and things like that. The sense of urgency they need to have in the 4th quarter.
All right, let's see if Mulder can stay out and not getting that 5th foul. He is in the game. Eagles will start with possession. And Shellos has the ball up top, guarded by Runyon. Shellos coming all the way around, coming all the way under. Oh, and the foul in the and one. Shellos able to finish. Foul should be on number 20, Tyler Bailiff. You can't let anybody get around and get under the basket like that.
It should have been on Tyler Bailiff, and they gave it to Jacob Runyon.
Oh, wow.
Which is probably, I don't think it makes any difference.
That's his 2nd foul.
Well,
yeah, at the end of the day. Bailiff and Peitzman check out. Jones and Cahill back in for the Mustangs. They finished the and one play. Now 17, it is a 14-point lead, and you're going to see some serious press by the Eagles to try to convert some turnovers here.
Full court man-to-man that should open it up down low.
It did there, but I have to say Mulder, a really nice job defensively with where he was at because Cahill was right there. Mulder able to close and force Cahill to pass that ball back out.
So this is where you want, if you had a shooter in Cahill, he would be wide open. He'd have anything he wants to shoot with Mulder sagging off.
Cole Glasgow gets the pass from Runyon, gets all the way in the lane. Teardrop buries that basket. That's 16 for Cole. Mustangs extend out 41-25.
And now that they're kind of spreading everything out, that's the shot right there that you want to get.
Nice rebound. And it's going to be a charge called. Cahill taking a charge. Foul be called on number 10, Bennett Sprunk, his 2nd. Mustangs with possession.
If they're going to press, set up your press break, even if it's just man-to-man, straight up man-to-man full court, which is what it looks like it is.
Bo's just going to take off right here. Gets it to Cahill, is going to go underneath to Jones. Jones for 3. He buries another one! That's 7 3-pointers for Jackson Jones.
Mr. Cool.
They come down, they miss. Nobody touched that. Mustang basketball. 44-25. Jackson Jones with 21 points, 7 3-pointers. I don't think he's missed
Well, I'll tell you right now.
Holy cow, man.
Adam Jones has never shot like that in his career.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dad's going to be super proud with what he's seeing from his son out there right now. Jones to Runyon, gets it up to Houston. Houston's going to go, gets it in right there to Cahill. Oh, he can't finish. Nice job, Cahill, with the offensive rebound and finish.
Get up.
Wow, 21-point lead for the Mustangs.
Now it's getting to that point right there where you feel good about what's going on, but you finish the game.
Shelloff's guarded by Runyon. Cahill, oh, and he's going to draw his third foul, reaching over the back of Mulder right there. Man, oh, man. I am just blown away by this Mustangs team tonight. They have come out to play. I am so proud of these boys and how they've come out tonight. This was a huge game, and it's only going to get tougher as this stretch goes, but this is a great start for this team.
A great way to start the week, that's for sure. Start it right here with the effort that you're putting out there. Now everybody's having fun again.
Gets it into Mulder. Going to have a hold here. Calix might have got Bain a little bit. That's his fourth foul.
That guy, I feel bad for him. He gets the foul and the harm.
Yeah, Bailiff checking in right here for Cahill. That's right. Tyler will bang with Mulder all day.
I don't want 20 on me. Put somebody else on me.
Really nice job guarding that. They are able to inbound right there. Spronk gets it over to Shellhaus. Gets it over to Andringa. Andringa over to Stoltz, over to Shellhaus. Gets it into Mulder. And Bailiff's going to be called a foul. That'll be his second. And I'm okay with that because he's doing what he needs to do, staying physical right here. He's not deep foul trouble, but he's got to make Mulder work.
Well, he's trying to get
nice
in
job
front.
right there. Turnover, Mustangs advantage. Hey, like I said, I'm okay with that foul. You got to make Mulder work. You can't give him easy baskets underneath. Nice crossover right there by Cole. Bo back out to Cole. We do not need to force any bad shots. Work for layups right here if you're the Mustangs. Cole's going to go all the way in. Out to Bailiff, out to Houston, over to the General. Swings it back to Cole.
Let's see if we can kind of get that same shot that we had earlier with that little soft shot right where that DCG emblem is at.
It's a 21-point lead for the Mustangs. Out to Perrin, over to Glasgow.
The three-point shot will always be there.
I don't think they're wanting a three. They're going to try their best to get a two-point bucket here. Foul is going to be called. That might be on number 10, Bennett Spronk. That'll be his third if it is. It is on Spronk. That'll be his third. Mustangs to inbound under the basket. 46-25, 5:16 left. The Mustangs have just done a really good job tonight, both on Mulder and just making it very difficult for the Eagles. Nice job by Glasgow to get that inbound because that was a lob pass that could have been very easily gone the other way. Runyon at the top, gets it over to the General.
Defensively, they're swatting at every ball, so you got to be very good with the ball. Hang on to the ball, strong hands, good frozen rope passes.
I just want to say how much better they look against the zone today than they did Saturday. I mean, Saturday felt like they were pushing and pressing themselves. Tonight, a lot different. Foul going to be called on Runyon. Foul will be on number 15, Stoltz. That'll be the 17th foul. You're going to put our best free throw shooter at the line for a 1-on-1.
He's in the 80% range on the season.
Yeah, we'll put him at the line. We'll take him at the line all day. Buries the first. 47-25, 4:47 left. One more free throw right here for Mr. Runyon.
So Jacob Runyon, 4 points on the night, but look at the different energy that we have on the court versus what we had on
he missed
Saturday.
one, but Bailiff with the rebound. Gets it out to Runyon, into Bailiff. He thought about taking it. He didn't, though. Runyon's going to dribble all the way throughout the glass. That's a big offensive rebound right there by Bailiff.
Yeah, because they're going to run another 30 seconds off, and there's their other foul.
Really nice job tonight by Tyler Bailiff. You know, he is my son, and I love to be proud, but literally he has had a great game tonight, Pat.
I mean, this is by far his best game that he's had. He's had a lot of good games, but today it's visible.
Parents thinks the first.
Today, the things are visible, where a lot of the things he does might be the dirty work and the invisible stuff that don't show up in the stat book.
And that's the stuff that's super important, especially, making sure you can get your team the possessions they need. Let your scorer score. You don't need to be that guy, and Tyler does that really well.
Absolutely.
All right, Pella Christian with the ball right here. Schellhaus trying to go back around. Nice defense right here. He's still working the ball. Gets that out to Stoltz. Stoltz over to Heisman, over to Stoltz. Trying to get into Mulder. Tyler's making it very difficult. Nice defense right there by 20.
And the referee is watching the whole thing, so we'll see what happens on that down the road.
Well, the thing is Mulder knows he has to be careful. Schellhaus, turnaround jumper out, rebound Runyon. Runyon's going to push the action, but he's going to lay off the gas here.
He's just too smart. It's time and score. You got 3:50 left. Time and score. You got plenty of points. We've almost doubled it up. That's a smart
all right.
play right there.
Yeah, could have been blocked. Could have been a lot of things. Tyler just dishes it back out. Really nice job. Patience right here by the Mustangs. I love what you're seeing.
Now it's time to score. Right there, you got 3-on-2. Go ahead and take that in there.
Yeah, I think if Runyon could have got an –
my God.
there it is.
They needed to call that one. And I think if the Mustangs would have –
And that is it for Mulder. That is his last foul.
If they would have held possession, they wouldn't have called it. But since the turnover is going the other way, he had no choice but to call that one.
Well, this is interesting. Pella Christian subbing 5 in, 5 out. Looks like they're going to the bench right here. I mean, it is a 24-point game.
Well, this game is over right now. Now it's just a matter of putting your other personnel in there.
Oh, Runyon missed another one. He's missed 2 tonight. He doesn't miss often, but tonight he's been off just a little bit. Pella Christian working the ball around right here. Breams gets the ball in right there to Franzman. Isn't able to get it. Rebound Glasgow. 3 minutes left. Mustangs are sending out some substitutions.
Jones says, give me the ball. I got 2 more left in me. I want to get to 10 3-pointers on the night.
Man, I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to find out if he's got the record, because 7's just an unbelievable number.
I don't think he's going to shoot any more of them.
He doesn't need to. Bailiff out. He's working himself back in, out to Jones. Swings it back out. The student section wants to see another one.
Yeah, the student section's down.
Timeout, Mustangs. And I think what you're going to see here is a 5 in, 5 out substitution for the Mustangs.
I guess we're going to have
get
to
the starters. We're going to have to live with the 7 for 7
on the 3-point line.
Unbelievable.
What a game right there. And God, how many 3-pointers? We've got to have like 12, 13, 14 3-point shots.
Well, when you got 7 by Jones, I think Houston had 1. I mean, yeah, we've got to have 10 to 12 3-pointers. I know I booked Shakalaka a few times tonight, but the energy level just been phenomenal. It just goes to show, Pat, we talked about this, about the Little Hawkeye Conference, especially on the boys' side, just the strength of teams. I mean, we get blown out by 30 by Indianola. Indianola gets beat by Pella Christian, and now we're up 24 on Pella. I mean, it's just the parity is unbelievable.
You don't know how these things are. Sometimes it's just the matchups.
3-pointer right there by Skylar Nolte. Peisman with the rebound, out to Hudson Ellert, Drew Rankin, and then B-full Braden Fuller in for the Mustangs. Rankin loses the dribble. Gets it to Hudson. Hudson crossover, goes in. Pella's just going to go straight man here. They don't need to do anything crazy. Peitzman gets the ball out to B-full. Over to Hudson Ellert. Gets it out to Drew Rankin. Over to Fuller. To Rankin. To Nolte. To Peitzman. Peitzman all the way around. Takes it in himself. Is going to miss. Rebound Fuller. And he's going to take the 2 points. Great job by B-full. Getting the 2 points. 51-25. 26-point lead. 1:34 left. Just an unbelievable game by the Mustangs. I know if you're a Pella Christian fan, it's not what you were expecting. I thought we would have a much closer game, as this is an uber-talented Pella Christian Eagles team. The Mustangs just came out to play, and they did not let off the gas tonight, Pat.
The impressive thing for me is the 25 points given up. Right now they average 62 points a game, and we're looking to give up 25.
Nice pass ahead. Pike's been able to finish. 53-25, coming up on a minute left. Just unbelievable minutes, unbelievable effort. The energy on the bench, the energy of the players. 3-point attempt by Pella Christian. Miss. That attempt was by Vander Molen. Skyler up to Hudson Ellert. He's going to miss. Rebound right there by number 34, Isaiah Breams, who's going to push the ball up for the Eagles. Swings it over to 23, Jack Fancher. Over to 35, Benny Schertz. Nice move right there by Schertz. Swings the ball back out to Fancher. Gets the ball over to Breams, who has it all the way over to Vander Molen. Schertz. 19 seconds left. Oh, he tried to put it up for dunk, misses. Rebound, there'll be a foul called, which is a bummer. It'll stop the clock with 10.5 left. It'll put Peitzman at the line for to shoot 2, it looks like. Wow, Pat, I mean, again, if you're a Mustang fan, you're elated to see them come out and end that 2-game losing streak. And just to see how they came out and played tonight was inspiring. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I was hoping to see. And for them to come out and execute like that, I can't be prouder of this group of Mustang boys down here.
This is what I expected to see. I mean, when it gets right down to it, there's too much character and too much heart.
Nice job by Peitzman, hitting his free throws.
To allow the Boone game to basically bleed into the rest of the season.
Mustangs are going to end up coming away with a big win at home against conference rival Pella Christian, 55-25. Again, unbelievable effort by these Mustangs. Please don't go anywhere. Jacob Runyon will be joining us live here shortly. My guess is there might be a little celebration in the locker room, but Jacob will come out. Really excited to talk to the senior. His journey here to DCG and what his future holds is going to be an absolutely outstanding story. But the big story here tonight, Pella Christian comes to town. Mustangs on a 2-game losing streak, needing a big win at home. Not only do they get it, but Pat, they win by 30 in a convincing fashion. Conference win right here. Again, for those at home, we're at Pella Friday, which is going to be an absolute baller game. Then we're at home against Norwalk, at home against Newton. Those are 3 conference games. Thank you. If we win out these next 3, Pat, conference champions. If the girls win out, conference champions. I mean, this is stuff you can't write this stuff, Pat.
Well, we've talked about the competitiveness of the Little Hawkeye Conference, and it's just an unbelievable conference, and not just the quality of the basketball teams themselves, but look at the passion in the fan bases and things like that. I don't know, not sure whose kid came out on the court, but if that was one of the Pella Christian kids that came out on the court like that, it was unbelievable. They wanted to come out here, and of course that kid was probably 2 years old or something like that, but he wanted to come out here and play ball. That's a passion for the game and things like that, and just great basketball all the way around. So, you know, a couple things for me. Number one, as we look at a go forward, that game really sets the tone and gives you some positive vibes getting into the rest of this week right here. Big time game at Pella. Number 2, what's going on with Trevor Hamill?
Yep, looks like an ankle. It looks like
he did not have his shoe on, and he's not putting any weight on there. And he is a key piece to this team. His defense, his speed, athleticism, that's a key piece. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I got to say, there was a few stories tonight for me, Pat. First of all, Jackson Jones goes 7 for 7, hitting 7 threes for the Mustangs. If that's not a school record, I'm going to be blown away because that is baller, okay? 2, Cole Glasgow again, phenomenal performance. He just does so much for this team, but was big, and having Jacob Runyon back to help add to that was monster. And then I'm going to call it out because I can, but how my son Tyler Bailiff came out and played tonight and the big minutes that he put in. He did a lot of things that really helped spark and do some things for this team tonight. I can't be more proud of you, son. Really nice job. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not just me. You're going to be hearing it from everybody else, including my partner, Crying Pat, here. We've been talking about it. Just some really nice storylines out of this game, and really hoping that that's going to continue to transition, because Pella That's going to be a tough game when you go to Pella. They beat us here by 5 points earlier this year in a phenomenal basketball game. I expect nothing less when we go to Pella to face the Dutch on Friday.
And even if you come out of there with a loss, all right, not that I'm saying it justifies anything, but they're capable of winning the conference, Pella. All right, they're absolutely. So we have 1 game lead right now. At a minimum right there, it's a tie for the conference championship if you take an L at Pella and then win out. But the bottom line is nobody's going out there to take a loss. We're going out there to take the win and get this thing from an outright standpoint. So
hey, Adam Jones, come up here real quick.
Let's
throw this headset on real quick.
Little impromptu interview here.
We're waiting for Jacob Runyon, but
I'm just cleaning the bleachers.
I know we got Adam Jones, Coach Jones, who coaches the girls team up here. Hey, just a couple things we wait for Jacob Runyon. First of all, congrats on a big dub for you guys tonight against Pella Christian.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
And you're on TV too.
Say hi. Okay. There you go. So really excited to see where the girls are at right now. They're playing top-level basketball. I mean, tell us a little bit about your feelings and kind of where you're seeing things at for your girls team.
No, we just keep focusing on getting better. I mean, our defense is very good right now, and that's been our focus. We started rebounding well recently, and so that's just our focus, get better every night.
Well, I think that's you guys are definitely doing that. You got to have a tough game coming up against Pella at Pella on Friday, so it's going to be fun to see what you guys are doing there. But it's super impressed with how the girls are playing, defense playing lights out, and just how they're playing together as a team. And Minor's playing great basketball right now. You got to be happy with her, huh? Yeah,
she played great tonight again. But overall, we're just sharing the ball. They don't care who scores. They just want to score as a team, and they're worried about the big number, not the small numbers. So
yeah, it's nice to have options, and having Bickford back, she looks good. That really adds another dimension to your team.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Okay, and then we have to ask the other question. Your son just hit 7 for 7 for three-point land tonight. I mean, shooting the lights out of the ball. You got to give us some thoughts on that. I mean, what do you think of Jackson's performance tonight?
Oh, he played great. He took 2 charges, too.
Yeah, 2 charges, 7 threes. I mean, he played a great game. It wasn't just his shooting tonight, but I'm curious to see if that'll be a school record for 7 threes in a game. But
I don't know.
He played lights out. You got to be super proud of how he played tonight.
Very proud of him. I know he's worked hard at it, so I keep telling him the cream rises, your time will come. So,
well, you got the rises. We'll have to remember.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know we talked a little bit about this last year. You had to coach a lot of these boys. I mean, they had 2 straight losses coming into tonight.
Right.
How did you feel about how they responded tonight and how they played?
They responded great. I thought they played really hard Saturday. The team they're playing just made a lot of shots. But I thought they responded very well. It's kind of uncharacteristic for them to lose a couple in a row, and it's how you respond, and they did great. So great night for them.
Well, good night for Mustang basketball in general. We've been talking a lot about as things start to wind down season-wise. You guys have got 3 games left, all conference games at Pella, and then 2 home games. We got senior night against Norwalk, and then we have Newton at home on Friday next week. You wrap up the season if you guys can win out. I mean, that's a conference championship for you guys. I mean, you just win it outright. I mean, how do you feel about how that would end your season for you guys?
Well, that's our number 1 goal right now is to win the conference. You have to win 3 in a row.
Yep.
We won the conference, and it's a very tough conference this year. I think we've had 4 teams ranked in the top 15 in our conference. So
dude, that's just baller right there.
It's a very, very tough. We still have three to go, but if we could win our conference, that'll set us up for postseason. That's what we're
Is this the first time? I mean, I don't know this, so I know you will because it's your deal. But is this the first time in a while that you guys have been ranked number 1?
No, we're not number 1 yet.
Oh, no, you're number 1, dude. I mean, let's be realistic right now where things are at. I know it's there, but I mean, when you guys hit that
if that
number
happens,
1 spot,
it would be the first time ever. I think I was talking to Coach Levenhagen. I don't think we've ever been ranked higher than 3. I think 2 is the highest ranking we've had so far. So,
well, I mean, just another thing to kind of add in. I mean, you guys are having a great season. Obviously, it's not over. And if you could educate some of the viewers out there, when do the boys sub-state pairing groups have come out? The girls, though, they take a little bit longer. You were kind of explaining this to me the other day. Yeah. How does that work? So maybe the viewers at home can understand what that looks like.
The girls' union ranks their teams each week, and so you kind of have an idea. If you're ranked in that top 8, you're probably going to get a 1 seed. And if you're somewhere between 9 and 15, and they don't go to 16, but 9 through 15, you're probably going to get a 2 seed. That's a pretty fair bet. And so they come out with their pairings the final week. So we'll see them next week sometime. But we will be getting a first-round bye, and then we will get to host the second game at home. And probably we'll get a 1 seed, so we will host to go to state if we can keep winning.
So.
Man, that's exciting. I mean, anytime you can play at home at the stable, that's got to be a big deal. So that's awesome.
It's a huge deal.
Well,
a huge deal.
Congratulations tonight. We're going to kick you out, though, because Jacob Runyon just joined us. But thanks for giving us a couple of minutes of airtime here, Adam.
Yeah,
so thank you. Again, congrats, and good luck against Pella on Friday.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Jacob, come on over, big dog. We're super excited to get to talk with you here. Go ahead and throw that on and make sure you can hear us okay. Can you hear us okay, Jacob?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We do our senior spotlights. We get an opportunity to meet and get to know you a little bit. Mm-hmm. We're super excited for that. But first of all, man, congratulations. What a big win tonight, man. I mean, how do you guys feel? I mean, you guys came in losing 2 in a row, and you guys really needed this one. Not only did you need it, you guys came out and just got it done today.
Yeah, we wanted to come out right from the start and just take it to them right at the start, not let them have any chance at winning this game. And we needed to get our confidence back, and we shot the ball well, and I think this will lead to good things in the future.
Oh, there's no doubt. And I think what you said is key. I mean, we got out right away. You guys did come out, and you put it to them right away. The bench energy was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Do you guys feed off that bench energy when you guys are on the court like that, hearing what they're bringing to you? I mean, is that a big part for you guys?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Coach talks about it a lot. It's not just the 5 people on the court. It's all 16 people that have a jersey, and then especially playing at home with our fans. It adds a lot to our energy on the court.
Absolutely. And, hey, we just want to check in with you. We know that you missed the game on Saturday against Boone. Some back, is that kind of what's going on? How are you feeling today?
I felt a little bit better. Still not 100%, but I want to get back out there and play and get us back going in the right direction.
Well, I'll tell you what, I thought you coming back, Pat and I were talking, I think was a big part of tonight. You know, you got out there. Anytime you're out there and you're leading the charge, you bring a lot to it. You know, you can dribble, penetrate, you can take it to the basket, you're very aggressive, you can shoot. When you can add those components in, I thought it was a big boost for us tonight. I mean, would you agree, Pat?
I agree 100%. You look at what you score 4 points in the game, but then you look at the overall energy that you brought to everybody else while they're on the court. A major. So, and then it's nice when you hit shots, isn't it?
Yeah, Jones was on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, 7 for 7. I mean, I'm wondering if that's going to be a game record right there. But, I mean, he couldn't miss tonight. You can't argue with them.
He was
apples.
all over that. That was amazing. So, as you look towards the rest of the schedule now and the rest of the season, I mean, obviously, have you guys discussed the conference championship, or is it just one game at a time for you guys?
We take it one game at a time, but we realize that if we win out, the conference is in our hands. So we take it game by game, but we know if we take each game one at a time, then we'll end up where we want to be.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, hey, we'll talk a little bit more. I got some more questions on that too, but we want to get to know you a little bit. And Pat does a really good segment. So we're going to turn over to Pat, get to know Jacob Runyon a little bit. You ready for this?
Yep.
All right, here we go, Pat.
All right. So when we go through, we go 94 seconds with these kids and all you guys. So what's your favorite food?
I'd probably say pasta.
Man,
Dude,
I'll tell you,
pasta's
that
a favorite.
pasta, Barilla has just got to be unbelievably busy on things.
So what
like
kind of
this.
pasta? Because we had Brandon said spaghetti. We've had mac and cheese a couple of times.
I'd
here
probably say
lately.
lasagna.
Lasagna. That's what I'm talking about right
dude.
there. You get yourself some lasagna. You're darn right.
Does Mom, by chance, make some good lasagna?
Yeah, she actually just did tonight.
Oh, did she
man.
really?
Hey,
Yeah.
we know where we're going.
Dinner
for
at the Runyon's
tonight.
house after, no doubt. That's awesome,
That's right.
dude. Fantastic.
So, do you watch Bachelor or Bachelorette? You watch anything like
I
that?
don't watch either of those, no.
I don't blame you. I don't watch either of those either, Jacob.
It's fun to make fun of. You might want to give it a go. So, what is your favorite TV show or series, movie?
Probably recently the Ozark.
The Ozark.
Dude, I've heard
yeah.
Ozarks is awesome. I have not got into that yet, but I might have to.
Yeah, you have to binge that one. Toughest coach you've ever played for?
Curtis Stenson.
Curtis Stenson.
Yep.
We've
The
heard
old
that
Iowa
name
State
before.
Guy?
What?
The old Iowa State guy?
Yep. He coached me probably every year in AAU probably for the last 7 or 6 years.
Nice.
Awesome.
So that, now that you mentioned that, it kind of reminds me a little bit how he played to how you play out here. I kind of see a lot of resemblance in that.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
I work out with him too, like individually. So
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to have that mentorship.
Yeah, I like
he
to
was
learn a
a
lot from him.
junkyard dog, just kind of like it's kind of the same thing. It's like you scrap, you fight, you bite, you do whatever it takes,
Yep.
and things like that. That's awesome. Favorite sports team?
I'm probably going to have to go the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
He is a Cornhuskers fan, no doubt.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Look at this guy. My wife's a huge Cornhuskers fan, so I can't say anything. I've got it in my household, so there you go.
How many Instagram followers you have?
I think like 1,500.
1,500.
Wow, that's a big number, too.
Where our boy who was up here before?
Brandon.
Old Brandon. Do you follow Brandon on
Yeah, he
this?
might.
I think I do.
Okay, I was gonna say he's gonna need a follower. He doesn't have
He
very
needs
many.
some help 'cause he's only got like 6. So, hey, that's 94 seconds.
Well, hey,
right
real
there.
quick, you missed one. I want to know, cat or dog person?
I actually don't have any pets, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably get a dog.
Go dog. All right,
What
dog's
kind
a
of
good
dog
choice.
We talking
Yeah.
mid, big?
Big dog, small dog.
I'd say mid-sized dog.
All right, I like that. I like that.
You're on.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jacob. I don't know you personally, but my son played with the Mustangs basketball growing up, man, and we played you guys a lot. You played on the Johnston Titans team because you've been a part of the Johnston program for a long time. You got to play with Kramer and Trey and those guys for a long time, which is pretty awesome. And you guys always had a great team. It was always battles.
Mm-hmm.
So getting a chance to play against us for so many years and now here playing as a Mustang with these guys, what's that experience been like? What's that been like coming here to play?
At first, I kind of knew some of the players. I've played with Cole before, like on different AAU teams, but I never really knew anyone else, like personally, but I knew a lot about their game. So once I got here, I just tried to get to know them, like become friends with them, go golf with like Blake, do stuff with people, and I think that kind of has helped our chemistry on the court because I already knew Bo and Jackson were kind of the shooters, and Cole could get to the rim and kind of do everything, and we had people that could play inside, outside. So I think I knew my game could complement what the other players on our team do.
Well, I think your game's really complemented. I think you coming in this season, with us losing Rankin last year, being the point guard that he was, not saying that Blake or those guys couldn't pick that up, but you coming in, I think, was able to keep a lot of that excitement, that explosive play and things like that at the point guard position. So I think you've been a phenomenal fit. Does it feel good playing here and being part of the Mustangs program? I know you've been part of the Johnston program for so long, but have we done a good job of welcoming you in and making you feel at home here in DCG?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Some of the best crowds that I've played in, and not counting the state tournament, have probably been here because we have a lot of seniors on this team and a lot of the student section's made up of seniors.
Yeah, no doubt.
And at Johnston, we were always such a young team that a lot of the seniors weren't invested as much into the basketball from like when we were freshmen and sophomore. Like we had 4 like freshmen and sophomores starting like the last 2 years. And so this year it feels like the whole entire student section is kind of behind us more than what I've had in the past.
That's awesome to know, man. I mean,
when you look at the competition, did you look at the Little Hawkeye Conference compared to the CIML and things like that and try to compare how the conferences look and things like that?
Honestly, not really. I just wanted to get into a fit that I feel like I could be comfortable playing at because I guess I really wasn't worried about the level of the conference or anything. I just wanted to be in a situation where I felt comfortable and confident playing basketball.
That's nice.
Well, I'll tell you, you speak
look
about
good from up here.
Yeah, no doubt. It's fun watching you play, and the good thing about the Little Hawkeye Conference is it's a good conference. So you guys are going to be challenged and stuff like that, which is good. I mean, Pella on Friday is going to be a big game on that standpoint. So basketball's been big for you growing up.
Yep.
What is it about basketball that you love so much?
I don't really know. I'd love to watch it. I could sit in a gym the whole day. I guess it's probably just in my blood. I've started playing basketball since I was probably 3 or 4 in like a YMCA league, and I've just never put the ball down.
Well, there's no doubt. I've heard that you're a gym rat, that you're a gym junkie, that you stay in. You always are one of the last ones here shooting and doing all those things. And, it's a testament to your game that you have on the floor. I mean, like I said, I got to watch you a lot play when you were younger, and you were always one of the best players on the court. And it's transitioned all the way up through high school. I think you bring a lot to that, and I know this team is happy to have you on it. So I think that's a big deal on that side. So let's talk a little bit about you. You're graduating. You're a senior this year.
Yep.
So what's next for Jacob Runyon as you graduate here at DCG and move on to the next step of your life?
I want to play basketball in college, and I have an offer right now to go play at Minnesota Crookston, but I haven't decided if I'm going to go there yet or go somewhere else, but definitely play basketball in college.
Are there any other places that you're maybe looking at that you're just might be a fit for you maybe?
No other schools in particular, but I've had some other interests. from other schools, but none have really stood out yet. But I'm probably just going to wait a little bit longer and see what happens.
Yeah, there's no rush right now, right? You got to focus on everything that's going on here.
Yeah, focus on the season's my main goal right now.
Yeah, and I think everything will come to you after that. I could definitely see you playing ball in college. I would love to be able to watch you play in college. I think that would be outstanding. I think you bring a lot to the game, and any team would be lucky to have you on that part. There's no doubt. So talk us a little bit about Pella's coming up on Friday.
Yep.
So you guys, I mean, it was a tough loss here by 5, a really good game against those guys. You guys, how do you think we're going to game plan or get ourselves ready for Pella on Friday?
I think we had a pretty good game plan last time. They played really well, so credit to them. They made a lot of shots, and we made a couple key mistakes late in the game that they capitalized on, and we didn't shoot it very well ourselves. So I think maybe clean up a little bit on that and play hard and maybe tweak the game plan just a little bit, but I think the game plan was pretty good, and they just outplayed us. And I think going into Friday, I know they haven't been playing their best basketball lately, so I think they'll be ready to get us, and it's their senior night, so I think we'll get their best game again, and we just need to go out there and play our best game and spoil the senior night.
Dude, that would be awesome to spoil senior night, wouldn't it?
Yep.
I think that would be ideal. You got to see the groupings for Sub-State, right?
Yep.
So how do you feel about where we sit in that grouping for Sub-State? You feel pretty good with the teams that are in there?
Yeah, we have some good teams in there, but my mindset is if you want to win the state championship, you're going to have to beat the second best team in the state. If you win it, you're the first, but you got to beat the second best team. So no matter when you play that team or no matter when you play those good teams, you have to win. So even if you play a really good team at the very start, it doesn't matter, because if you're just going to lose to them later on, it won't matter. So as long as you just play our game, and I think we'll go far.
I think we'll go far too, man. We're super excited to see how this goes. Again, I just want to say how proud I am of you guys. You guys really came out and played well tonight, man. Testament to you coming back, playing. Make sure you ice up that back and get everything ready to go. We're going to need you the entire season for the remaining stretches. We kind of go down on that side. And, I mean, our senior night's next week, so, that's going to be exciting too with Norwalk coming to town. So all that's going to be baller as well. Last question I have for you tonight is do you have a basketball player that's like an idol for you, or a favorite player, or somebody that you really idolized growing up?
In the NBA right now, I'd say my 2 favorite players that I like watching the most is probably Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard. And then in college, I like watching Alabama play, and they have like 3 really good guards, and I just like the way they play, and they play fast up and down.
Well, I guess that's awesome, because you guys love playing fast up and down.
Yep.
And Lillard and Irving are a lot like how you play, so it kind of mirrors his game a lot. So I could totally see those connections. That's absolutely awesome. Well, hey, first of all, I want to say it's been awesome to get to know you. We're so glad that you're a Mustang, so thank you for being a part of the program. We love what you do. You're an outstanding person, outstanding player, and we wish you the best of luck, man. You got anything you want to throw down for Mr. Runyon?
Yeah, I would say, thank you for what you do and how you go about your business, both on the court and off the court, and representing the Mustang program and the community and things like that. I think you've done a very good job. Not even outside, but I'm just curious what happened down here with our boy down here hobbling around.
I think he sprained his ankle probably for the 6th time this season. So
I've heard he's been spraining that thing a little bit. So
yeah, he's tough though. He'll fight through it.
No doubt. Well, hey, we're super proud of you, man. We wish you the great game tonight. Awesome performance. We wish you the best against Pella this upcoming week. But thanks for taking the time, man. We're super proud. We're excited to watch you finish out the season. And great job again, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Jacob.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, everybody. That is Jacob Runyon, senior here at DCG High School. Big win for the Mustangs here against Pella Christian at home. Can't say, again, how proud I am of these boys. They did a phenomenal job. Again, for the Mustangs, next game for both the boys and girls, Friday night at Pella, going to be huge for both teams. And then we'll be back at it next week with 2 home games, Tuesday against Norwalk, Friday at Newton. So for us, Pat and I will see you back here Tuesday. Everybody else, hopefully everybody can catch the live stream or come to the game against Pella. We're going to need all the fans there we can get. Outside of that, Mustang Nation, this is Pat and Brad. We're signing off.